Hello and welcome to round 9 of Grand Prix Cleveland. I'm Randy Buehler, joined in the booth by Marshall Sutcliffe, and we are watching a bubble match between Jadine Klomparens and Chris Fennell. 25th ranked Chris Fennell, I don't know if we've had much of a chance to look at his deck list yet, but we saw Jadine in a brutal Game 3 against Eric Froelich in the last round, and she had lethal. She just needs to survive one more turn to attack with her Air Force. She lets through a couple of tokens, and then Ugin comes down for Eric and finishes her off.
Ugh. It was nasty. It was hard to watch too because Jadine was forced in a really, really tough spot as far as choosing what to block.
Yes.
If she made a bunch of blocks and Eric had some type of mass pump spell, it would make it almost impossible for her to actually have won the game at any point.
Right.
Yeah, so really tough spot, and she chose to keep her Air Force alive, and it cost her the game. And she's got to shake that off now as she sits down against Chris Fennell. He's tough.
Like the murderer's row she's facing.
Right. So it's a rough spot for Jadine. And Fennell on the other side, though, he's coming in playing against Jadine here, and not making day 2 for him. It's just unacceptable, right? I mean, he's a he's a limited master in his own mind and in a lot of other people's. And I don't think he wants
25th ranked player in the world
show up here and not make a day 2.
He's got a Sidisi and a Silumgar in his deck.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm jealous.
I
like Jadine's deck a lot too, though. Oh man, Douse and Gloom.
What did she get? Sidisi's pet.
Not
the most exciting, but there's a path.
Yeah, he kind of flipped that up like, I got you. Though he does take 4 here.
I mean, the tempo swing, letting her just attack for 4 is nice, though.
It really is. And it's so funny how these end up playing out, these Typhoid Rats. You see this with Mardu Hateblade as well. They get to keep attacking. And it feels like the better creature you have, the more the least likely you are to block them. But when she's this far ahead on the race, those things are hitting for 2 a turn. He is at some point going to have to start trading real cards off for those rats. In the meantime,
everybody turns sideways.
Wow.
He's just going to do nothing with his 4 mana on turn 4?
He better have Weave Fate something.
Took the 4. Here's another morph.
Okay,
cancel.
It was a cancel. Could almost hear the sigh of relief that she played something. Get that cancel out of my hand. What was it?
Can't see.
Maybe an Obzon guide.
Gurmag Angler.
So we were just talking about this, Randy.
He's big.
Are you really putting Gurmag Angler in front of a Typhoid Rats? You have to at some point. It should hold the morph back for now.
Right, I was going to say, I'm happy to put it in front of the morph, but...
Look at this.
Take 2.
They're pingers.
Down to 6.
They're unblockable. Now, Fennell can come up with some way to make some tokens. She doesn't look
in Sultai colors?
Yeah, no.
Oh, Silumgar. There's the answer to Typhoid Rats.
So remember that whole thing about rats? Let's just forget about all that.
Well, look, they're going to get in 2 more.
They are.
Chris is going to be at 4.
They did good work.
Before he gets to attack with Silumgar.
Jadine now has 5 mana as well, and it doesn't look like she has it, but there was she does have Aven Surveyor in her deck and could have snapped off
Bounce the Angler.
The Angler in Jam, but I don't think she minds either way. But those rats are basically dead now. Ooh, Chris Fennell hanging on by a thread here.
Getting to cancel whatever creature that was nice. Well, it was an Abzan Guide.
Yeah, it was a guide.
She played Abzan Guide face down.
That's right.
Into a cancel. If she waits a turn, just says go. If she reads him for cancel, I mean that's a pretty psychic play.
It is.
But I mean, sometimes your opponent's got a bunch of untapped mana and you just don't play into their thing, right?
That's true.
If she plays that Abzan Guide on the turn he taps out for Gurmag Angler, this game's actually a little different. I mean, still can't get through an Angler, I guess.
It is lethal though. And she has a lot of bounce spells. We've seen in the previous match we saw 2 different. We saw Ice Feather, Aven,
and Force Away,
and Aven Surveyor. So, Chris Fennell's game plan of playing just big things might not work out well for him, though. Silumgar with Hexproof foils that plan pretty nicely.
Here is Enhanced Awareness.
This is going to be scary for Fennell. He has barely stabilized.
Right.
And now she's going to have a handful of spells here.
19 to 4. what you got. A morph. And another one.
Oh, jeez, Necropolis Fiend.
Little bit better than a morph, yes.
It does look like she's going to have to eat up most of her graveyard here, though, to make that work. You can see that she's kept the Obzon Guide in there, partly because she needs food for the Fiend, but also because she's got Sibsig Muckdraggers in her deck, and that would probably be the most likely card to get back down the line if it came to that.
So what do you think about the decision to play a morph rather than leave 3 cards in the yard?
I don't love it. If I can take out a Misfire Adept, I'm likely to try to do it, though with only 3 cards in yard, it's pretty tough to do. You
well, it would be 4.
It would have been 4?
Well, she paid 3 mana for the morph. She could have paid that for the Necropolis Fiend to save 3 cards.
I kind of like that. I mean, Necropolis Fiend, if it goes unchecked, it completely dominates the board. I mean, she can start actually just killing creatures with it. It's pretty insane. Also, I noticed that she's got a Sandstep Citadel down there and 6 mana. Have we seen Woolly Loxodon from Jadine? Is that something that she's interested in?
She plays one.
She does?
She does play one.
Because these morphs get really scary when you start factoring in the woolliest of Loxodons. Fennell at the table is quite stoic. He just simply doesn't give anything away.
Silumgar on defense now.
You see him there.
Gerard on the back table, going for the 9-0.
Jadine looked a little worried that she cracked a smile there. And she's decided to do nothing, presumably to start sinking mana into those morphs. If she attacks with both and he blocks both, then one of them dies.
Yep.
And she'd rather be able to flip them up. And that is going to open the door here for Fennell, though. Right of the Serpent. Bummer.
So only 1 card in the yard. Necropolis Fiend not able to do anything.
No, and I think she'd rather keep that card in the graveyard.
Versus shrink somebody for 1.
Yeah, for 1 because she can get that back later. Though, you know, the Necropolis Fiend's in the yard too.
Yeah, I don't think
not a bad target to get back. Yeah.
Right of the Serpent triggers the Adept, sends it to the air.
I think what's really happening is she wants to use her mana to flip up a Woolly Loxodon here, and she needs all of it. Let's see what she does.
Whoop.
Oh no, it's something else. Oh, it's a plant form.
Oh my, but runs it into a Disdainful Stroke.
Oh man, Fennell is having none of it.
Wow.
And
his permission has been outstanding.
Yeah.
Cancel your Obzon Guide.
Yes.
Disdainful Stroke, wow.
Your supplant form. And like just with exactly the right mana. I mean, the other, the cancel turn, he wasn't doing anything else, so it was like cancel or nothing. And this turn, it was exactly the extra mana that he needed. We've been seeing a lot of Disdainful Strokes down in the feature match area too to help deal with the more expensive bombs that you run into.
You want to talk about playing permission against bombs? You saw Gerard Fabiano.
Yes.
Rakshasa's Disdain.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Jadine is setting up for an eventual win here. Chris has got to start getting nervous. Yeah, you can't kill Silumgar, but if Jadine has 2 big morphs, you can just jam here, though.
3/3 just
wow
attacks into 2 morphs.
He must have a great follow-up play.
She's like, you clearly want me to block. Not doing it. Morph and 4 mana. Uggin's Construct. Misfire Adept was going to die one way or the other.
Uggin's Construct against Jadine's heavy bounce deck could get real bad for Fennell.
He's hellbent too.
And his
hand is all in play.
I mean, he had to sack a Misfire Adept. Like, that's one of the better
uncommons. Imagine if she double blocks, Uggin's Construct would have taken down Silumgar.
Yes, it would have. Yeah, he would not have played it.
He snuck in some damage there.
He certainly did. It's pretty scary from Jadine's side. She was
yeah. I would not have blocked.
Yeah, if he plays any non-creature spell, he trades that for both morphs.
No, I would not have blocked either, but I feel like Chris next leveled her.
Agree.
It's like, I know you're good enough to not block here. So I'm going to attack when I don't have anything.
Yeah, and interestingly, shows Jadine. Right, I mean...
Yeah, she knows now.
Yeah. All right, there's the woolliest of Loxodons. And he's hungry.
Your construct?
Looks like it. I mean, Fennell top deck.
Yeah, it's one card off the top.
Yeah, you take your chances there.
Yeah, agreed. Huh. 5.
I guess Fennell figured maybe it'll bounce off of a Glacial Stalker or something. Didn't put her on Loxodon. That could be really bad for
now that Loxodon, that was the morph that she played on the Necropolis Fiend turn. She valued getting that face down more than having 3 cards in the yard for the Fiend to eat.
That could come back to bite Fennell pretty hard here. You know, a double block with
Suicide
an Ugin's construct. Yeah, an Ugin's construct and another creature can help team up to block a Woolly Loxodon, but it's just gone now, and all of a sudden Loxodon's bigger than everything else. Chris Fennell's hellbent too. Oh wow.
Jeez. Execute your morph. Down goes Monastery Flock.
And does she have 5
comes
mana?
the Loxodon and the morph. Silumgar must block Woolly Loxodon.
Yes.
Or, he just had to take the morph, and she gets to follow up with another one. I mean, the 7 toughness from Silumgar, it's a pretty solid block, but it lets her chip away for 2 points. I mean, he's sort of locked into this. Silumgar cancels out Loxodon, your other creatures. She's like, yep, that's my plan. Gonna kill you with the 2/2s.
And it's really scary for Fennell as well, because now Jadine gets to untap with 7 mana available, so she can flip up either of the morphs.
No, she didn't need anything. See what they were.
Don't
Flock and Ice Feather Raven.
Jeez. You know, that's actually really interesting, because now that Fennell's seen the Ice Feather Raven in the supplant form, he doesn't know about the other 2 bounce spells that she has, but he might
Ugin's Construct out.
Yeah.
Get that out of your deck, Chris.
Honestly. He might just pull that right out.
I know he's a big fan of sideboarding heavily in Seal, too. So he always goes to the sideboard. In this case, it seems like should have a mission, too. All right, here's Huey on the right in a bubble match. He's got the red-green version.
That's Gerard's hands.
Oh, those are Gerard's hands. We just got our name wrong. My bad.
No, it said Huey, but I recognize the hands.
I was like, red-green? Wasn't Huey blue-white? You've seen Gerard's hands on camera a lot lately?
I know how he holds his cards. I would take a test on the people I've had in the feature match, and I bet you I'd go pretty high percentage.
Banner for Gerard.
Ooh.
Arc Lightning. That's a good one.
Ooh, 2-for-1 city. Hey, cleared the way for Ugin's Construct. Take that, Gerard.
Writes that manifest into being, whisk away. Bathe in Dragonfire.
Yeah, Daniel's going to bathe in Dragonfire. Oh, man. Speaking of Dragonfire.
Crunch. Crunch again. Draw some cards.
Did he Treasure Cruise as well? Yeah, he did. Oh, my goodness.
Block to the Sage.
Gerard's insane.
A Tarka!
At least Sarkin's, he's not an actual dragon, is he?
He turns into a dragon!
What? So he gets double strike?
Wait, what just happened? Aerostorm killed a Tarka? How did Sarkin die? Oh, and Sarkin got attacked. Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Aerostorm took down a Tarka, and then Ugin's Construct plus the Sultai Emissary teamed up on Sarkin. Or plus the Lotus Path Djinn. Man, Daniel can't be at more than 4. Oh, now here's a Treasure Cruise. Is that Treasure Cruise number 2? I think it is. The other card drawing spell might have been something slightly smaller, like Enhanced Awareness. Oh, a Siege.
All right, so plan B here.
Man, you killed both my dragons?
It turns out a Tarka plus active Sarkhan wasn't good enough. So, backup plan. Outpost Siege. Oh no.
Face down Keru Spell Snatcher with 6 untapped.
Obviously.
Must be nice.
Oh,
that didn't come off the Siege, did it? I didn't look. There's a chance Daniel knows about it. Not that I know what he can do about it.
Yeah, that's the problem, right?
I didn't see if it was the Siege card or not. I just didn't notice.
That's the funny part, is that card's so good in that scenario.
It is.
Yeah,
okay.
It is.
It's the Siege card. It's like, what's the wording on that? Here, you can just look at it. You can look at my face down morph. I know it's public knowledge.
Good guy. Oh, interesting. Dowsing Gloom.
Dowsing Gloom kills it.
Forces the steal.
No, Gerard just took the opportunity to bring low. Dousing Gloom succeeded in killing Spell Snatcher because Gerard wanted to use the Bring Low.
So Gerard must have just been tapped out then. Because he's going to flip it up. He's going to steal Dousing Gloom and not have his guy die.
Yeah, he was
on 5 untapped lands.
I thought he was on, okay.
Yeah, the door was open. Somehow only on 5 with all those lands in play.
Well, he's playing 2 cards a turn.
It's true.
Sometimes.
And this is not good for Daniel Ward, as Gerard's now trading
He's on his
creatures.
last couple of life, and there's a siege on the other side of the table. He's just like attack, trade, make you trade, make you trade. And Gerard gets there. Let's go back to the bubble match. Gerard looking 1 game away from 9-0. Jadine Klomparens and Chris Fennell are 1 match away from watching Day 2.
Yeah, this is the Super Sunday Series bracket here.
Nah, that's exactly what it is. Loser goes to the Super Sunday Series. Dueling black-red dual lands on the first turn. I like Jadine's better. She doesn't have to shuffle. Sidisi is the draw.
Awkward.
Does he have the green mana or no?
No, I don't think he does. He might not, but he definitely doesn't have another blue because he's got a cancel in his hand, and he would have loved to snap something off here
turn
instead
3
of
play.
doing nothing.
Yeah, doing nothing is not a good plan for turn 3 generally.
Yeah, he doesn't have the green, and he doesn't have the
He gets
blue.
to play Ugin's Conscript with no drawback.
That's good.
That's a good turn 4 play. I don't know. Maybe it's not cancel into Sidisi good, but
Right.
the mana he's got, he's making the best.
He did keep it in, though. Like we said, he's only seen 2 of the bounce spells / bounce creatures, and here's one now. Though that's still not that bad for Fennell.
Yeah, he can replay it without having any colored creatures.
Yeah, it's just straight tempo play. Ooh, this gets interesting. He's drawn a 2nd island here.
You can't go island go. You have to replay Construct.
What about Island 2-drop go? Would you?
Is it a colored 2-drop?
Sure.
Then I'm definitely not doing that. Something that I'd have to sack when I eventually play the Ugin's Conscript?
Yeah. Bronze will go.
Still doesn't make sense.
No. I think Jadine would pick up on that pretty easily. Jadine's mana looks nice. She just drew Sandstep Citadel, so whatever her plans are, it looks like her mana is going to cooperate. She's got all of her colors, which is basically all of the colors. Wow.
More
just
tempo.
Straight tempo. Whoa.
Wow.
I wish it was that good.
I mean, she's assembled a 4-power Air Force.
Yes.
And Chris has no non-land permanents.
That's right, 4-turn clock.
It seems totally reasonable.
I agree.
Obzon Guide.
Does Fennell have a Death Frenzy in his list? Nope.
Now, she has not played her Sandstep Citadel yet, so she can't face up the Obzon Guide. Probably doesn't. She can face down it and play the Citadel, though.
I like this really assertive line here by Jadine.
Yeah, I do too. You sure she's got a Sandstep Citadel in her hand? 6/4?
She does.
Oh, Gurmag Angler. Yeah, 5/5. Way better than 4/4 lifelink. Especially against Ugin's Conscript.
Yeah, exactly.
Construct.
This is interesting now.
The 4/5's like, I'm awesome. Turn 4, 4/5. Okay, turn 5, 4/5. Okay, turn 6, 4/5. What? There's a 5/5 over there? It's the worst Ugin's Construct ever. Now what, Chris Fennell?
This is really tough for Chris.
Still no forest
He
either.
doesn't have a forest, and he's stuck with some pretty reactive cards in his hand, like Cancel, that just don't help him get out of the spot that Jadine has put him in here. He's got a full grip of nice spells. I mean, he's even got things like Enhanced Awareness that he can use to dig, but the pressure's mounting really quickly here.
I said Reach and Shadows on the top of his hand?
Yes.
But, I mean, it's a pair of 2-power flyers. It's not like it's a 4-power flyer.
Right. And he has to kill the angler.
Probably has to kill the angler, yeah.
I think what he's trying to do is figure out if there's a line where he can kill a flyer and then play a second creature and double block the angler and just trade the Ugin's construct for it later. The problem is that would require him to take 9 or 7 damage.
Yeah, I think maybe kill the angler, attack, see if you can turn the game into a race somehow.
Yeah, I mean, desperate acts, right?
I mean, kill a flyer is not going to get anything done.
Yeah, it's just like the problem is that Jadine has put so much heat on him, bringing him down to 11 and threatening 9 damage next turn if he doesn't do anything to affect the board, that his long-term game plan, which would be kill a flyer, play more creatures, double block the angler, is not going to get the job done. He's just going to be dead before then. And he's got Disdainful Stroke, cancel. He's got a banner, I think, in his hand. Like,
really?
You see that?
Yeah, that is a banner, isn't it? Wow.
And he's going to have to just take a huge hit here, or hope that Jadine doesn't do anything. And
I think it's Reach.
And just Reach. He has to. He cannot take a hit from the angler. That puts him at dead to either flyer the next turn, right? So
yeah, I think maybe he's hoping that by not reaching main phase and attacking, maybe she won't attack with the angler.
It's possible.
Into construct and 5 untapped mana.
We've seen Jadine be quite aggressive, but you know, maybe that's the kind of thing that Chris Fennell's hoping for at this point. Is just that Jadine, you know, decides not to attack for whatever reason. Honestly, I can't think of one off the top of my head.
No, me neither.
Like,
he's got 5 untapped mana, but it's 3 swamps and 2 islands.
Yeah.
What is the trick?
Yeah, like a bounce spell doesn't get it done here. She doesn't care about those.
Just turn him sideways.
I guess, you know, Blinding Spray is a card that would be a little bit annoying, but still just wouldn't ultimately matter.
Right.
Like, she would lose no creatures.
Right. Yeah, turn him sideways. Seems like the right answer.
Yeah, now, I mean, a card like Throttle could get the job done here, but it's the same thing as Reach of Shadows. Basically, if he's got a 1-for-1 removal spell, I think that she just has to accept the fact that, you know, okay, fine, my Grimag Angler died. Yeah. And there it is, Reach. He just can't take the hit. The problem is now he's got flyers to deal with, and those are going to chew him up quickly.
He's down
2
to
more
7.
turns.
2 turns.
Yeah.
There's the Citadel. I'm going to guess the Morph is going to come down. Chris forced to try to react to the creatures in play, so all his permission is down.
Yep.
She maybe going to start worrying about a Crux of Fate and hold back. It's not a crazy thing to think about here. Wow.
That's interesting.
Kills the construct. You would have played a Morph?
Yeah, I think I would have played a Morph and then tried to kill the construct the next turn, because then I can attack with my Morph.
Let's say it's the last creature you have, though. Aren't you a little bit worried about Crux of Fate?
Slightly. I feel like
she's not far enough ahead to play around rares you haven't seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
I agree. I don't think she's far enough ahead that she should be worried about Crux of Fate.
Like, it would be really annoying if he had it, but I think there's a point where you have to say, show me.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got him to use 1-for-1 removal on your big creature.
That's true. That's a good point. If he doesn't have Crux in his hand.
Right.
There's no way he's got it in his hand. I think you can run that Morph out, save Rise of the Serpents for next turn.
And he's just passing with all this permission, but it doesn't matter. He will get to counter something here, but you can't counter creatures on the board, and that's all that matters at this point.
Yeah.
He might actually just have to fire off that Enhanced Awareness and try to find answers instead of even bothering.
Well, I mean, if she plays a threat, yeah, she does nothing.
See, and this is the downside to doing nothing, right? Is it if he does start to find answers? Yeah. I mean, I can understand her not wanting to play into a sweeper of some sort, but this gets tough. She's gonna.
And you're sure she's got Obs on Guide in her hand?
Guide? I don't know if she has it in her hand. I was talking about Sandstep Citadel before.
Oh, I thought you told me she had an Obs on Guide in her hand.
Just the land.
I may have misheard you.
Yeah.
Wow. And Chris Fennell's got
somehow
nothing.
just bricked off
all
completely.
those cards. He cannot deal with a 2-power flyer. Jadine Klomparens is through to day 2.
Yep.
Chris Fennell is going to be watching from the sidelines.
So congrats to Jadine. Chris, you know, he played a bunch of super reactive spells and he got caught with them all in his hand. That's the risk to playing cards like that.
Pretty much.
They did good work for him in game 1, but because he was able to time it out properly. But Jadine committed a lot to the board early and rode it to victory.
So is this game 2? I see our look-in says it's 0-0, but we already watched game 1 once.
I don't think I can stand to watch it again.
There was an Tarkir and a Sarkhan.
Attacking Sarkhan with the trigger.
Yeah, pretty
from
sure.
a Tarkir.
Okay. This is game 2.
Yeah.
Right into being, it plays against a banner. Wind Scout, whoa!
That's game 1.
It was game 1.
Really?
That's what Rashad said.
Is that how game 1 started?
This is game 2.
All right, we're coming up on game 2, he said.
Okay. Still a banner. Oh, plays against Shu Yun. Bear's Companion on turn 4 for Gerard.
I like the way that Daniel operates. I don't see how he can ever beat Gerard, though. Gerard's deck's insane. Oh, that thing got disdainful stroked? Yeah, that's not bad.
Disdainful Stroke, your Hungered Yeti. Oh, but here's Citadel Siege. No problem.
Well,
So Daniel has...
whoa! Master the way on the... Oh, on the bear,
got
but it
Rakshasa
got
disdained.
disdained again, Gerard.
No, sir.
Just
Counter
getting
your Master
people
Way.
with that thing.
Pay one more, please.
Oh no, did he do the land post?
Oh, he did.
Oh, the shame land.
Oh, the shame land. That did
There's
not just
pain land,
happen.
gain lands, and shame lands. That swamp is in the last category. Oh, that's brutal.
So Daniel plays Shu Yun, Aven Surveyor to bounce a bear token, Disdainful Stroke on a Hungering Yeti,
Yes.
and somehow then Rakshas's Disdain, and he's going to lose to Citadel Siege again. Wow. Who do you play around Rakshas's Disdain? Do you play your lands?
No. Oh, yeah.
You're going to play your land drop before tapping out for Master the Way?
I often do
Master the Way.
anyway. I often
It's
do.
Master the Way. You needed to deal more damage.
Oh, you can't play the I mean, he could have there, but totally.
I don't remember the numbers, but it was a
I
Master
mean, it was
the Way.
a 2/2 he was trying to kill, so I figure he had more. No, you're right. It's funny.
Now you're going to lose to the Giant Growth because you played a land before Master the Way.
Right, exactly. No, you're totally right. I wouldn't. And here's where the scales are supposed to tip towards Gerard in a pretty heavy way. He just played a Treasure Cruise into a Tarka. Nice turn.
Siege reveals a Bringlow.
Look how happy Gerard is, too.
And this is for 9-0.
Right.
Brings low the flyer. Avalanche Tusker joins the Tarka. Right into.
And that might have been the post-death graveyard check. Or pre-death.
Wow. Just a Tarkin Avalanche Tusker. That's all I got. Puts the manifest first just to make sure it's not something super scary. And there's the handshake. Gerard Fabiano, ladies and gentlemen.
He's on a heater.
9-0.